you guys. Let's see if this works because it wasn't working on supporters. The volume wasn't working over there, so let me know if you guys can hear me. Shit, it's freaking hot. Like, very hot. Hi, Patty. Let me know if you guys can hear me. It wasn't working on supporters. I'm over there having an emotional breakdown. Pregnancy hormones. Crying because the sky is blue. Just played. No, but for real. This is too tight. It's hurting my head. I'm going to get ready really fast because I need to go and shred some chicken because I'm going to make some green chili chicken enchiladas. You didn't get notified? Are you serious? At least, as long as you guys can hear me, because over there, I tried going live on supporters 3 times, and then I just gave up. I'm going to get ready really fast, but I literally was like emotionally just literally broke down for no reason. Just really didn't have a valid reason. I've been doing really good at not crying because, like, girl, like, who cries because UPS got snacks? Like, have you seen the videos on TikTok where people that order a bunch of shit from, like, Amazon or UPS or whatever, and they leave coolers outside with snacks, and then the owners of the houses, they have it on their Ring cameras? Like, why? I was crying over that. So I kind of learned to manage my baby crying stuff. But earlier, I just broke down because I feel very extremely extra triple Z size. Last night, I went to go watch my replay to reply to some of your guys' comments because I feel super bad that your comments stopped coming through. So I went to go, and since I had the phone down here, unless I'm just being delusional and I'm really freaking fat, I went to watch the replay just to, like, reply to some of your guys' comments. And girl, I looked huge. And I don't know if it's just, like, I really do look that big, or it was the angle, or I'm being delusional. Let me put all these little hairs in here so they're not in the way. But that's how I felt. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Lisa. Let me know if you guys don't hear me. If you don't hear me, I give up. I'm done. Make sure you guys follow me on Snapchat. You know what I was thinking? That Snapchat is like the new thing now. The new old thing. It's natural. It's your hormones right now because my baby mama's having a baby. Yes. And it's towards the end too. Like, I haven't cried. Like I said, like, I didn't even cry on Yellowstone on the last episode. Like, when the cowboy died, I didn't even cry when he died. And normally I cry about everything. So that's, like, I learned how to manage it. But now, like, I was in tears because I felt very big. And I am big. I get it. But, like, I felt like triple Z big. Like, big. And then I'm also, like, stressed out because it's hubby's birthday this weekend on Sunday. And normally, like, I'm all about making people feel special, and my kids for Valentine's Day and going all out for them and for birthdays and all that. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like it right now. And it's like, I don't even know what today is. What's today? Is it Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday? It's Wednesday. His birthday's Sunday, and I don't have anything. I have one thing planned that I want to do, like for us to have dinner by ourselves. Just me and him, only because they don't let kids under 10 attend this restaurant. But the only problem is I don't even know if I can go because I'm pregnant. Like, it's one of those situations where you know you can't get on, like, state fair or carnival rides because you're pregnant. Like, you can't go on roller coasters and stuff, right? This restaurant is not a roller coaster, but it's it takes you on this thing like high up in the mountain, and I don't know if they'll let me get on there. I have to call and ask. And that's all I have planned as of now, and I don't even know if that's going to go through because I'm pregnant. Hi, Nina. But last year I got him a suite at one of the casinos by the house, and I put balloons and rose petals and candles and a bunch of gifts. And this year, nope, I didn't do none of that. I feel like for Christmas I didn't go all out either, and I feel like a horrible person. I know it's not about gifts and stuff like that, but I just feel like that's who I am. I like to do things for my family or friends, or, you know, I just like to be extra like that. And now all I want is some extra freaking energy. Irene, don't tell me that. De por sí. Now I don't know if I'm even going to be able to go back to being small again. I really don't think I am. I think, like, it's always been hard for me to gain weight. That's, like, been my number one problem my whole life. But, like, it was hard for me to gain weight, and I feel like this time it's probably going to be the opposite. Like, it's going to be hard to lose weight. Honestly, I said at the beginning, I was like, well, I don't really care, you know, like, how I look, like, what I look like afterwards. I mean, because it only took me 35, 36 years to go and get surgery done, and then I didn't even give a shit after that. I got 2 rounds of BBL, lipo 360, and then I got pregnant. So, like, that's how much I could care less. But now I'm just like, do I really feel like that? I know Michael is like, he is very understanding. Like, he doesn't, not me. Like, I get all emotional. But, I have to be 100% honest with you guys. Michael is not a very romantic person. Like, he's the type of person that is like, I tell him what I want for Christmas or my birthday or Valentine's Day, or I have to give him ideas because he doesn't know. How many of you guys are like that? Or your husband's like that, or your wife, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend? Because that shit sucks. I could honestly say the only thing that he's ever done in our whole relationship that he did on his own without me, that he actually, like, I'm the type, I pay attention to details. Like, right before it's your birthday or Christmas or whatever, I start listening to, like, hints of stuff he needs for work or whatever. That way I get it for him and I know he's going to use it and needs it. But I've always been like that, and he's not like that. But I could honestly say the most specialist birthday he's ever done for me. Okay, never mind, because I'm going to cry. What's wrong with me? What the hell is wrong with me? Okay, guys, I don't think I can do this live. I'm crying over a fucking birthday. Like, I think today I'm not gonna be able to do no lives because I feel so emotional. So I guess I wasn't crying because I felt like I was fat. I guess I was crying because I'm just emotional for no reason. I need to go back to bed and wake up on the other side of my bed. Because what the hell is wrong with me? It's hot in here. I'm telling you guys, if I go on TikTok right now, I'm gonna cry about any little thing. Hi, Brenda. I feel very emotional. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been doing really good, you guys, at not crying, I promise you. And now I'm crying over dumb shit. Oh my God. Oh, Priscilla, you guys are so sweet. But I honestly, like, earlier, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, you guys remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and he took me horseback riding. Bro, like, that was, like, my dream of going horseback riding. And he's known that. And the fact that he went and planned all that for my birthday, and that was, like, the most specialist birthday ever. And everybody thought he bought me a horse. You guys remember? He didn't buy me a horse, ladies. I wish. I was going through my farm stage where I wanted chickens, and I still want chickens. I cried at commercials when I was pregnant. I cry for any little thing, but I've been doing really good at not crying. But today, I just don't know. No, I've never... I mean, honestly, I can't say that I've never struggled with depression because for years I did drugs. So I used to numb my sadness. So I guess, I don't know. But I'm not depressed. I'm just emotional today. I don't know why. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I miss my energy. Oh, Yolanda, thank you. Yes, everybody thought he bought me a horse because I posted pictures of us when we went horseback riding for my birthday, and they're like, oh my God. You imagine? Like, girl, I wish he'd buy me a horse. Make sure it comes with the farm. But yeah. I just feel emotional. But anyways, that's like the only thing that I could think of that he paid attention to, like, details, and went and did it for me. But now I feel shitty because his birthday's coming up on Sunday, and do you guys think I can do that? Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for the stars. I used to do opiates. I did downers for years, girl, and then that didn't get me high anymore, so I did heroin. But I've been clean since 2015 or 16. I've been clean since then. I did downers. That's like old news. But yeah. I never used to, like, shoot up or anything like that. I actually stopped before I got to that point because, hell no. I've seen a lot of people not being able to walk away once they go down that lane. So no, I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I used to do a lot of pills. I'll put a little bit of eyeshadow. But yes, I have been clean for a long, long time. You gotta do a story time. I have, girl. I mean, everybody, I feel like for the most part, a lot of my, unless you're new, then you probably don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think it's on my YouTube too, but I've been very honest about my whole life. Like, everybody, for the most part, that has been here knows that Michael went to prison for 5 years, and that's when I got really, really bad. And then Michael got sick when he was in prison and went through chemo treatment. And yeah, my life is like a novela, like legit. But yeah, unless you're new, then you probably haven't. You wouldn't know. I tried Val. I did it 3 times, and the sound went away on supporters. So that's why I said I'm just gonna go on here and see if it works. That's what sucks, you guys, about supporters, is that I feel bad that like a lot of my supporters, they pay to be on a monthly subscription, and then Facebook doesn't even let it work. Oh, Selena, you're so sweet. I've been doing really good about not feeling like crying. I don't know what's up with me. I'm just having a day, I guess. Because I'm not really like sad about anything. None of the kids came out with blue eyes, but we'll see this baby. That's always like the number one. Besides, like, is it a boy or is it a girl? Once we find out gender of the baby, then comes the second surprise, is when I give birth, is the baby gonna have blue eyes like Michael or not? But out of all 3 boys, like my stepson, he doesn't have blue eyes, but he has hazel eyes. Junior has dark brown eyes, and Jaden has like hazel eyes too. Like his eyes are super light. So we'll see with this baby. I honestly feel like, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that colored eyes, obviously, like when both of you have colored eyes, guaranteed your child's gonna come out with colored eyes, right? But I heard that a lot of times when only one person has colored eyes, it skips generations. So technically, since the boys didn't get colored eyes except this baby, I don't know what's gonna happen. But maybe grandbabies will have colored eyes. Serenity has hazel eyes too, because her grandma has blue eyes as well, but she didn't get them. Irene, that's what I was thinking. Imagine, would that be weird for this baby be the only baby with colored eyes? I feel like it would be kind of a little weird. Bernadette, thank you. I just don't know why I feel like it. And normally, like, if I feel emotional, I won't even go live because I don't want anybody to make up stories or stuff like that. So I just stay off. But earlier it just happened. I don't know. My kid's dad has green eyes, and none of my kids had green eyes, but my daughter, his granddaughter. Oh, see, yeah, see, it skips generations. And like in hubby, he has one sibling, my cuñado, but they don't have the same dad. So hubby's dad only has one kid, which is hubby, and my suegro, he has blue eyes. And then he had Michael, obviously him and Michael's mom, and he came out with blue eyes, but it's only one. So it's kind of like I was telling Michael, so I guess the colored eyes might not get passed on, right? But we don't know yet, obviously, till this baby comes out. Because as of right now, out of Michael's dad's, like for his dad's side, Michael's the only one with the blue eyes. And I mean, he got like blue eyes. Don't watch TikTok. I know, I'll literally cry for any little reason. I will. No, I'm not gonna get my teeth tied. I mean, my plan is, I just go with the flow, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm in a very good situation life-wise. Like, If I was in a toxic relationship where I was single or I was going back and forth with my partner, then definitely I'm tying my tubes and I'm done. But I'm in such a secure situation, knock on wood, that it stays like that. But I wouldn't mind having one more. I wouldn't. My mom would kill me, but I wouldn't mind it. I mean, the way I see it is like, we're not renting, you know, we have a home that our forever home, unless we decide to sell and buy another house. Michael started his own business and he's doing really, really good with that. I mean, I work. My kids are getting older. I'm in a good situation, so I wouldn't mind it. But if I have another one after this one, definitely tying my tubes then. But if I was in a very like icky situation, then yeah, I would tie my tubes. Because you don't want to bring a baby into the world with bullshit, you know. And sometimes you have no control of it, but the situation I'm in now, I'm in a really good situation. So I've been with Michael for years and we're legally married. I love the fact, like, Michael, he goes with the flow. He says, I do whatever you want, Chris. You want another baby, then you get another baby. But he said that this baby's gonna be all on me, like, because with Jaden, Michael did everything for him. Like, when I tell you guys, like, and I told Michael, like, messing around, like, I would tell him, don't put the baby down ever. Don't ever put him down. I don't want him to cry at all. I want you to hold him at all times. Because with my first son with him, Michael went to prison when Junior was only 2 weeks old. So the first 4 years of my son's life, 5 years of my son's life, I did it on my own because Michael was in prison. So then when I got pregnant with Jaden, I was like, you don't put him down. So I have videos where Michael would always be like this, you know, with the baby, bouncing him up and down. And then after a while, his arms would get so tired. So I felt so bad that I even bought him, like, you know, like the kangaroo pouches that you put the baby in it. And it, you know, the little, what are they called? Like the baby carriers, but it's like a kangaroo one that you stick in there. Not the wrap, but like a regular one. And he would be in the house with him like that. So he said that with this baby that I'm going to be responsible for everything. And that's why Jaden is so attached to him. Like, Jaden, his dad is his world. And I'm not going to lie, because of that, I kind of feel like jealous. Because Jaden's so attached to his dad. So this time I'm like, don't go near the baby. Don't hold the baby. Because this baby's going to be mine. So we'll see what happens. Because he's like, that's fine with me. But I doubt it. I doubt he's like so excited. Like, I knew I was pregnant the day of. Like, I just knew it. So we'll see what happens with the baby. When I first used to go live, you guys, I used to go live on my personal account. So a lot of the people that used to watch me, when I started going live in 2018, right? But when I used to go live, it was on my personal account. So technically the only people that would watch my lives was like my actual friends or family members, people on my personal account. And we used to live in a mobile home, in a trailer. And I didn't have a vanity. I didn't have nothing. Like, now I have my makeup room and all that. I never had none of that. I mean, I used to get ready in the freaking bathroom because I didn't have none of that. And then eventually I DIY'd my computer desk and tried to turn it into a vanity. And I had it in our master bedroom because like we lived in a 3-bedroom trailer. And you could always hear hubby in the background all snoring in the background. Because he had to go to work. And at the time, I mean, he used to have 2 jobs. And it was him and the baby all the time. My son is 36 and my tube's still intact. Hey, you can still go at it, girl. I'm 38. I remember that. Yeah, he used to be all in the background. I don't know why people don't believe me, but I'm 38, you guys. So my thing is if I have another baby, it's going to be like back to back, if not no more. Me too, I knew it. I thought I was just waiting for that text and call because I was going to say I knew it. Porque siempre andabas mala. Llorando por todo. Yes, I was really sick with this baby. I just tied my legs. Who said that? Cindy? She said, I just tied my legs. It's cheaper, girl. Bro, I untied mine. I don't care. What the heck? That's funny. I do have names. We do know gender. So first name, I don't want to tell you guys because you guys guess so easy. I don't think anybody's going to guess the first name, but middle name starts with an X. And first name, easy. So first name, I doubt anybody would actually guess it. I really doubt it. My husband went to prison the 4 years of my son's life. I feel you. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's hard. Like, I got pregnant right when Michael got out of jail because he was on pretrial for a year. And sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I don't think it's possible, but sometimes I feel like it was such a blessing for me to be able to have the pretrial last a year because, I mean, Michael was able to be there for Junior's birth. But then literally, I gave birth in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks after we got a call from his attorney that he had court the following day, and he told him to bring in his whites, which is like socks and undershirts or whatever, or white t-shirts, because that's all you could take, because he was going to basically get sentenced and turn himself in. And they gave him 10 years, but he got 5 years federal prison time and 5 years parole, which might seem a lot, but in all reality, the charges he had, girl, he would have never, I probably wouldn't have waited. It would have been impossible. So I feel like that's like such a, that day that we got the call, you guys want to see something? That day that we got the call, I think it was in the morning, and then later on that day, I did everything possible for us to go and take family pictures because the next day he had to turn himself in. I don't know if I have him in here to show you guys. So this is like some of prison mail. Their pictures. I went and found a place to take pictures for us that same day. But I don't know if I have them. Let's see, these are all my prison pictures. These are freaking all. But let me see if I could find the ones that we took the same day, because the following day he went away. But I don't know if I have them in here, to be honest. Junior was tiny. Oh, I don't think I have them in here. I think they're upstairs, you guys. I might have, I'll show you guys later if I find them. But like, we got stacks of, like, this is how much shit I used to send him. Pictures every day. Let me see if I could find copies at least of it. Oh, look, this is, these aren't them, but this is how tiny my son was. Look at how little he was. Junior, I got induced with Junior for no specific reason. My doctor just let me, and I was 37 weeks. So look at how little he was. Like, he looked like a little old man. He had like wrinkly skin and everything because he was not fully baked. But he was so little. I used to send him a bunch of pictures. I don't know if I have. Because when he went away, I sent him pictures. Oh, here they are. These are the pictures. One of them, but these are some of the pictures. Family pictures we took professionally the day before he went. Don't look at me, but you could look at them. Look at Junior, how little he was. Look at him. He was tiny, and that's my stepson. The only ones that were missing was Serenity and Nate, because it was a last minute thing, and at the time I had to share my kids. So there's another one, but I don't think I'll show you guys the bigger ones when I find them. But I thought I might have them together. But we used to do, I don't know if you guys know, they used to have this like postcard things where you actually just, I don't remember how much you pay, but it goes directly to the actual prison, to like the prisons, and it's a postcard. You could just add a picture to it and a message. I used to send him a bunch of those, and I used to make like the Walgreens calendars for the year and stuff like that. There's more of these. I just don't. This is some of them. One day I was like, let me see what you got in your mail. And then I used to do these. I did like over 100 of them, I think. These are some of them. These are open when cards. This is what I used to do when he was in prison. So each one of them you put on there, like for example, open this one after the first one, and then on the inside they all have letters that I wrote him. And there's just a grip of them, like literally a grip of them. Open when you first receive these letters. Open when you're feeling sad. Open when you're missing me a lot. Open when you need a little fun. Open when you feel like giving up on us. Open when you need a laugh. Oh, let's see what that one says. Okay. Listen, okay. Open when you need a laugh, okay? Are you ready? Hold on, let me go to the bottom. It says, open when you need a laugh. What's long and hard and has cum in it? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what's long and hard and has cum in it? Any takers? I want to see it. Any takers? Anybody know? Anyways, if you have loved ones in prison, these are cool to do for them. Well, for those of you that, I don't know if the comments are coming through. So what's long and hard and has cum in it? A cucumber. Don't be nasty. A cucumber. And then another one. What does the mafia and pussy have in common? What does the mafia and pussy have in common? Any takers? One slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Anyways, that's what I used to do. Little things like that, bro. When you're in prison, I promise you. One slip of the tongue and you're in, what? One slip of the tongue. What does the mafia and pussy have in common? One slip of the tongue and you're in deep shit. Anyways, I could sit here. One of these days I'm going to sit here and read all these fucking things in here. There's one on there that says, read this one when you pissed me off and I hung up on our call. Anyways, there's a bunch of them. I just like made up a bunch of random stuff. But that shit's hilarious. That's what I used to do, you guys. But if another thing is like, so whenever I would send him calendars to the prison, you know how the calendars, like a regular calendar that have like the wire on the outside, so you could flip the pages, they will reject your mail if you send it. Well, at least in federal prison, they will reject it if you send it in like that. So what I used to do is I would make him a calendar. I would go to Walgreens and I would sit there and pick the pictures I wanted for each month. And then on specific dates, I would put like my birthday, the boy's birthday, Serenity's birthday. I would fill in on those days, right? But then whenever they would print out the calendar for me, because it was like an actual calendar, I would ask them to not put the metal band on it. And it would just be the pages. That's how I would send it to him. And then when he would receive it, he would tie little strings on it, or I don't know, do whatever. I have those too, but I don't know where he has those ones. Those are just ideas. Oh, another one. This one's really important. I got tips for days, girl. If you're going to go, like my visits were 8-hour visits. And you can't leave. Once you're in there, you leave, you can't come back, right? But one of the hardest things is when you go in there with kids, like babies, and you need to take formula, snacks, stuff like that. You can't take anything in there. You can't take a diaper bag. You have to take like plastic, bags or anything see-through. At Dollar General or Dollar Tree, especially around school time, they sell like clear see-through bags. I think I have one somewhere to show you, like this. They have these, but they're backpacks for kids for school, but they're like this. These are the type of bags, like definitely get them. Because you could stuff it with all kinds of shit and they can't reject it because it's a see-through bag. The only thing is clearly if you're taking baby milk or anything like that, another little tip, if you have to take formula, do not take your can. You know, like you open your can of milk the powder, and then you just keep using it till it's over, right? Well, when there's no more. You can't take that into a federal prison. So you have to, it has to be unsealed, brand new can. It gets expensive to always go in there with the brand new can, right? So buy the travel packets, you know, like the little packets, the little skinny packets, and you just rip the top in it. It's like for 4 ounces, something like that of water. That's what you take. Another tip, how to get a lot of quarters for the vending machines. Because you can't, I don't know how it is now, you guys. It's been years since Michael's been in prison, so I don't know how it is now. But I used to go every day, like the day before visit, because I used to drive to El Paso. Every day before I went to visit, if you don't have time to go to the bank and get rolls of quarters, because they allow you to take quarters in there, like change. Don't take dollar bills, because most likely the machine will be jammed. It won't even work, and you're screwed. No one's going to give up their quarters in that bitch. I promise you. No one. You might find a few kind people that will give up $2-3 of their change, but most likely you're shit out of luck. But I used to go to the car wash and put all my dollars in there and sit there and just get coin. I used to take like $40 to $50 in quarters to the prison. I mean, you're there for 8 hours. What are you going to do besides eat snacks? I mean, state is different. State doesn't do 8-hour visits. I think it's an hour visit, right? I don't know now how it is, but back then, I don't think it was that long. But federal was 8-hour visits. We would take cash and had to put in on a card. Really lucky. I wish we could do that. We couldn't do that. I learned the hard way. The first day I went, the first visit I had with him, I didn't know anything, like how it worked or anything like that. And I took, what happened?
You want to try this?
I don't like grilled cheese.
It's so good.
But I don't like grilled cheese.
Yeah, come on,
Thank you. What time is it? It's almost 3.
Yes. 2:55.
Okay. I used to, the first day I went to visit, I took dollar bills in a debit card. And they don't let you take your debit card in there. You could only take your ID in there. And it wouldn't take the bills, and I was screwed for the whole visit. Like I said, once you go in, you can't leave. The most important tip ever, especially if you're traveling and you're staying in a hotel, okay? I mean, just in general, this is important. Always take spare clothes in your car, okay? Because they have rules on what you can wear and you can't wear. Like what I'm wearing right now, most likely, if it's a nice guard, they're going to let me go in there wearing this. But if it's a girl CO or it's a dick-ass CO, he might tell me I got to go change my jeans because my leggings, because they're too tight and revealing. So if you, again, you're losing very valuable time in this visit. So you run outside and you change in the car and you go back in there, because imagine having to drive all the way, because normally a lot of the prisons, they're like Michael was in La Tuna, so it's basically like, it's kind of away from houses and stuff. The one in North Carolina was way far away from freaking houses in the hotel room. But I would always take extra clothes with me because it just depended on the CO. Another thing, if you wear headbands, like you know how some of the headbands have bows and stuff like this, they won't let you wear that because if it has wires in it, yeah. They search everything. And if you know, there's a lot of people that go and visit, like in La Tuna, visits started at 8. You could drive onto the property at 7:30, and I would go and wait outside of the road, like outside on the freaking road on the side, like literally park off onto the side. Since 6 in the morning, I would be right there in line. And then whenever it's 7:30, everybody starts to drive into the fucking prison, and then you get down and you make sure you pay attention to who was parked in front of you, so that way when you get down at 7:30 to wait till it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you stand behind them to get in line to go in there, because there's only a certain amount of seats inside. So in the summer, you definitely want to get a seat inside, because if not, you're going to be outside in Las Cruces, basically heat, and roasting away for hours. Nobody inside's going to give up their seat, I promise you, and it's hotter than shit. Another mistake I learned my first visit. I didn't want to be around people, so I chose a seat outside on the tables outside, and oh my God, we were dying because it was so hot. In the morning, it wasn't bad. And if it fills up, so like visits open at 8, and then once it fills up, you can't try to go in till after count, which is after 11. So if you get there at 9 o'clock or 9:15, most likely you're not going to be able to get in because everybody else is already in there. So they'll tell you, like, come back after count and we'll see if we have any room for you to come in. So if you travel, bro, I'm telling you, you got to be there early. I used to feel bad for a lot of people that used to come I used to drive 5 hours it was 5 hours away from my house. And I used to feel bad for other people that would come from further places and couldn't get in. But you can't feel bad, you guys, because people don't feel bad for you. Like, one thing for sure, there was always beef whenever we would drive into the prison, because like I said, there was people waiting outside of the prison since 6 in the morning to be in the front of the line to get in to visit at 8 in the morning, right? But if you're new and you don't know how it works, you're just gonna get there at 7:45 or whatever and drive right in, right? And then you get down and you go get in line, but you don't realize, like, oh shit, all these people were waiting, so we gotta get in line behind them, and people will fight. Like, people will fight and be like, no, you're taking cuts, get to the back of the line. And they're like, what do you mean? Because they don't know that us every weekend people have been here since 6 in the morning. And then in the winter, of course, you want to be inside too. Oh my God, it's snowing. Lucky. I'm happy you're here. Nobody gets notified on my lives anymore. I was telling Michael, like, I imagine if I would have started going live since back then, everybody would have seen the shit I went through. I think my hardest times when he was in prison is when he got transferred to North Carolina, because it went from me going to visit him every other weekend. It turned into going once every 3 months because it was so expensive. For a weekend visit to go see him in North Carolina, I was going to pay around $2,000 for a car rental, a hotel, the prison visit, clothes to wear, and food and all that, airplane tickets. Round trip was $1,000 right there. And at first I got lucky because when he got transferred to North Carolina, Junior was still under 2, so he was free on the airplane. But then once he turned 2, I had to pay full price for his ticket, so I couldn't go anymore. But thank God that Michael's chemo treatment worked in his favor and everything went good, and he didn't have to be on chemo treatment no more. So then he got transferred back to to Latuna. But that used to be hard. Like, I remember I used to run, bro. Like, whenever, when you have to catch 2 flights and sometimes they overlap, like one will be late and the other one's early or some shit, and they're in opposite sides of the airport, I would literally, like, have Junior in one arm, and then on this arm I would have all the bags in the freaking car seat, and I would run all the way to the other fucking side of the airport to not miss my flight because then I would be screwed. I was literally like Dora the Explorer. Like, I didn't know where I trusted so much on my phone and Google Maps, which is kind of scary, bro. Like, traveling by yourself as a female is scary. You would get 2 visits a day, dang girl. I mean, well, over here you can too, before count and after count, but if not, you do 8-hour visits straight. Estancia, when he first went to jail, he was in Estancia, and that was like regular county jail, and that shit sucked because you only see them through the mirror, like behind the glass. So now when I see like fucking like when COVID happened and all these inmates had tablets and everybody was able to like have their calls with their men or their girlfriends through their tablets, and I'm like, dude, that shit, I would have gave the world for that. I used to get 300 minutes a month, phone call minutes, and once you run out of those 300 minutes, that's it. No more calls till the next month. They don't give a shit if you got in a fight with your partner and you keep hanging up on them and they have to keep calling you back. Oh, wow, you're wasting your minutes. So keep in mind, 300 minutes a month, that's one 15-minute call a day. One. Of course, you could do more than that. You could call all damn day if you want and waste all 300 minutes in one day if you want. But again, you can't reload money on it. I mean, you get them for free. But even if you wanted to add more minutes, like in state, you can't do that. You get 300 minutes and that's it. That shit sucked so bad. So bad. And then, I don't know if it was the last week or I believe the last week of the month, the 15-minute calls were turned into 5-minute calls every day. So I could talk to him every day for 5 minutes at least. Or one 15-minute call every other day, the last 5 days. Like, so we could make it stretch the whole month. But I know it's sad to say, and I might sound heartless and stuff, but it used to suck so much when I would have to give up some of my time for him to like reach out to his dad or a family member or a friend that he needed to talk to. Like, I used to get so like bugged about it because now you're taking time from me, but I had to share. But yeah, for 5 years, our relationship was based on 15-minute calls once a day. Yeah, Brandy, he went to a medical federal prison in North Carolina. That was the only medical they had out there for chemo treatment. I mean, they have other sick people there too going through other stuff. So basically that prison is more for people that are like really, really sick, like seriously sick. So he had to get transferred over there to get his chemo treatment. And that just sucked, man. Like, I'm very grateful and thankful that everything went in there good for him. But imagine having to go through chemo treatment. I mean, I can't sit here and be like, man, it's hard to see people go through chemo treatment because like you could see the pain they're going through. I can't say that because I wasn't there with him. I wasn't there to comfort him. I wasn't there to see if he needed anything or try to like even just being there to try to make him feel better. He was in prison by himself, surrounded by other sick people too, imagine. And I know that some of you probably be sitting there that watching that don't like me judging like fuck, saying like, well, he knew what he was doing. He knew he was gonna eventually go to prison for what he was doing. Yeah, I get that. But imagine like being a first offender, never been in trouble in your life, and they hit you with fucking the 10 years. And then that's not enough. Going to prison, that's not enough. Then you get slapped in the face with fucking cancer. That's the part I don't understand. I mean, I'm very grateful. Everything happens for a reason. Our lives changed like big time, but to me it was like, damn, bro, like, can it get any worse than this? Because I honestly didn't think that I was ever gonna be able to be with him out of prison. I thought I was gonna lose him in there. But yes, you know, he knew what he was doing. He knew what could happen. He knows the outcome of his situation, prison or dead. I mean, unless you're a fucking rat. If you're a rat, you're not gonna go to fucking jail, and you're gonna still be doing your big one out here. I mean, do you ever wonder when people be doing shady shit and everybody in your town knows but never gets caught, or they do get caught and they let them walk away every fucking time? That smells like a rat to me. Or a hired informant. Straight up. And I can honestly say I know a few that everybody knows what the fuck they be doing and they never go to jail ever. Ever. And everybody knows what they do. So he knew what his consequences were. You know, everybody knows what you get yourself into. You can't act brand new and be like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen, you know? And if you do, you're delusional. It's like cheating and thinking you're never gonna get caught. That's just life, you guys. Like, when you're young, you do dumb shit. Very dumb shit. What time is it? Oh my God, I keep thinking that I gotta go get Jaden from school. Jaden didn't go to school because he's sick. Junior got him sick this weekend. I sent you something on here and your personal page. Okay, I will. As soon as I get off, I promise I'll check. One thing I can say, you guys, about men in prison, it plays so many mind tricks in your head, because whenever, like, when Michael was in there, and I tell him this till this day, I mean, let me tell you something. When it comes to cheating on somebody that's in jail, prison, they're gonna find out faster than people would find out on the streets. I promise you that. People that are in prison, they know everything. Before you would find out on the streets, prison has a higher chance of finding out before that, like you being out here, okay? So, when they're in there, it's like all about trust. If not, you're screwed, especially when it comes to relationship-wise. Like, everything, it's all about trust. But sometimes it plays games with you, because I remember there was times that hubby would be like, oh, my homie wants to know if you have any, well, not if I have any friends, like if any of my friends wanted to write them and shit. And I'm like, well, do you ask them to ask some other people if they want to talk to you? Huh? Because wouldn't you think that too? Like, the fuck? If you're asking me if any of my friends want to write your friend, it makes me wonder, like, is he doing that for you? Because everybody needs a Nash. Everybody needs a Trevino in their life. Just plain, let's not get started with that, BZ, please. We don't talk about her here. So, if you survive prison time, girl, and he gets out and you guys are still together, she gets out and you're still together, nothing can break you besides you and him. The only way I think me and Michael would not be together is if we both were just not into each other no more, not in love with each other no more. And I truly think that if that happened, I don't think we would end in like bad terms. I don't think he would ever step out on me, and I don't think, well, I know I would never step out on him. Because when you survive prison time, you survive anything. There's nothing worse than that. I promise you, there's nothing harder than that. And if you could pass that test, you're good. There might be a few little Trevinos flying around that bitch, but you whoosh, fuck out of here, Mosca. You're good. There's Trevinos everywhere. Not just in prison. But I remember for the longest time, these hating ass fucking ratchet ass breezies. If you're from New Mexico, you know what a breezy is. They're the worst of the worst fucking scumbag Trovinos there is. But these little breezies were all trying to spread rumors that Michael was calling them. And girl, I got stories to share with you guys, but they would say that Michael was calling them and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, you do realize that I have access to all his income, like all his outgoing calls or whatever from the prison. All he has to do is request a printout of all his 300 minutes for that month, and it will give me every fucking number he called for that month. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. You know, there's cell phones in that bitch, right? Duh, everybody knows that. Whether he was doing that on cell phones or I couldn't say, but I'm the type of person that you can say whatever you want, but I'm not going to believe it unless I see it with my eyes. See it with my own eyes or hear it with my own ears. Other than that, if it's in black and white or a fucking video, then we can talk. But if it's like, I heard or she said, no, bye. We're going to start doing prison tales every Thursday from 7 to 8. I do know what I'm having. I do know. I just, I was planning on doing like a fun little gender reveal for you guys. I just have been kind of like not really myself, like no energy and shit. I just been really going through it like, girl, I was crying a while ago talking about my special birthday. Now we're talking about prison. At this point, my friend Irene was saying, at this point, I should just wait till surprise you when baby's born. That was my original plan, was to do gender reveal when baby was born. Have you guys seen those gender reveals? They're so cute. They do like, they put like a little plate in the middle, like a wood plate, and it says boy or girl, right? And then on the side of the little circle thing, it has like a little, like una diadema, like, oh, you see all those hearts? What the heck was that? Oh, that was so cute. It'll have like on one side, it'll have a little thing like this. And then on the other side, it'll just be a regular beanie for a boy. And then when the baby's born, you bring the baby and then you go from side to side. Like, what do you think it is? And then once like the video kind of like crops and then when it pops up again, it'll be the baby in the center wearing the beanie or the bow. And then you know it's a boy or a girl. It's pretty cool. That's what I wanted to do originally since the beginning. But a lot of my supporters want to know what baby is because they want to send gifts. And I've been asked to do a baby registry as well. I just don't like to ask for stuff. It's not that I'm asking for stuff. I've never even done a wish list in freaking 5 years of being on social media. Never. And I just feel like people are real quick to judge. But then I understand because I see people doing freaking wish lists because they're on their fucking period. Oh, no, girl. I kind of don't want to put no foundation on. Do I look rough without foundation? What did you say? Make a heart with your hands. But they were up here. Oh! How cute. I didn't even do a heart thing. I just showed like la diadema. Hi, Lisa. I just feel like people be... Oh my God, can I tell you guys something that really pissed me off? So today, I don't really use Twitter. I don't even know how to use it. I have it because I downloaded it one time because I wanted to see a TikTok fight. I'm being 100% honest. You guys know me. I say the truth. So I downloaded TikTok because, Twitter, because this person said if you want to see the full fight, you have to go on Twitter. So I got Twitter. Fuck it. Anyways, I don't know how it works or how to use it or none of that, right? But today I was on Twitter because something popped up on my TikTok and the link sent me to to Twitter. And I seen something on there that really made me so freaking upset, like so mad. Okay, so like my whole family's from Mexico, you guys. My whole family's from Mexico. My mom and my dad, they're both born in Juarez. So I'm Mexican American, all right? So everything that's going on in the world right now is fucking sad. But what really pissed me off is that they had a protest. I don't know where it was. I don't want to say California because I'm not 100% sure, but they had a protest somewhere, right? And then I seen somebody on the caption that said, and this is why we want all of you guys deported out of America, right? And I'm just like, this is my thing, okay? And I've always said this, for the longest time, it's like till now, it's been very, very rare to see protests coming from undocumented people, all right? From Mexicans especially. Why? Because why would they go and protest when they're all in fear of being arrested and being deported? So you never, ever, ever, really rare to see them protesting, especially if they're undocumented, right? Because there's going to be cops, so they're scared to pull up and protest because of that. So I feel like majority of the people that are protesting right now are people that have papers, that were born here. For example, like if I go do it, I was born here, and yes, my mom is a U.S. citizen. She has her documents, whatever. But I feel like the people that are there protesting right now is going to be their kids, or you know what I mean? Not undocumented people. So it kind of pissed me off that, I understand where they're coming from, because there's a group of, which I saw the video, you guys, it's a group of young kids, like boys, and they're vandalizing cop cars, breaking the windows and doing un pinche desmadre. That shit's wrong, bro, because it's fucking, and this is in every race. There's always those dumb motherfuckers that start doing shit like that, and then they ruin it for everybody. Because now automatically everybody thinks that every person that is undocumented is ugly like these individuals. And it's sad because most likely the people that are vandalizing, like these young guys, okay, have their papers or were born from here. I truly don't feel like, I could be wrong, but I truly feel like most likely majority of the people that are protesting have papers. I truly don't think it's going to be people that don't have papers are going to go and show up and protest knowing damn well there's going to be cops, and most likely they're going to get arrested and get, for all you know, get put on a hold or get deported. That's why you never see shit like what's going on right now happen in the past. Does that make sense what I'm saying? But it just sucks because I'm like, the whole caption is saying, this is why we don't want you guys here and we want you guys deported, nah, nah, nah. But it's like, in all reality, the ones that are doing it have papers. They're born here. It's not the undocumented people that are sitting there breaking windows and starting fires or fighting with people or throwing rocks and it's not, no. I mean, maybe I could be wrong, but I truly don't think they would, because for years, bro, for years, like I remember when I was really little, that every time something would happen, I could hear my family members talking about La Migra and don't go over here and na, because everybody was always all paranoid, right? But I just feel like they fuck it up for everybody else, because in all reality, like, why, dude? Like, why do that? And then, like, on the video, you could just tell it's a bunch of youngsters, like a bunch of young fucking kids and boys. They're all wearing fucking the ski masks and shit. And I'll see if I can post it on here, because I don't know if Facebook will take it down. But that shit made me so mad, because I'm like, I know damn well majority of the people that are protesting right now aren't people that don't have papers. It's going to be their children or people that do have papers, because they're out there with no fear. I have like this picture that I saw on Instagram, which was like so meaningful to me, because it was this older man standing outside of his house, and he had a sign saying thank you to his, he was basically thanking his children for being out there and protesting for him, because he won't do it because he's in fear of being deported. So that's why I'm like, bro, these fucking idiots, they fuck it up for everybody else. Yeah, it's getting crazy, man. Like, crazy. But be honest, before this, when did you ever actually see people, like, Mexicanos allá protesting? Never. I'm sorry. It threw everybody out. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me know if you could hear me. Because since Junior called, the connection got loose. Not loose. It got bad. Help their families, because some have their papers and process still waiting, and what all is going on. Yes, Felicia, that's what I'm saying. Like, they ruin it for everybody else. I feel like it's just messed up. Like, that shit really pissed me off, man, because it's like, the live that I watched with Viviana when she was doing it, some of the boys that were, there was people passing by and yelling shit and flipping them off, and all the younger kids would start like running, you know, like pissed off, like trying to, like, I don't know if they were gonna fight or just like going to be like, well, what's up? Like, why are you fucking flipping us off and up? And I could hear like Viviana on her live, she was telling everybody like, calm down, like just let it go, don't make things worse, you know. But that's what happens. But there's always like those people that can't control their anger, and they're like, fuck it, we're gonna go drag them and do this and that. That makes it look bad, not just for you, but you're ruining it for everybody else that is behaving and sucking it up and not letting the anger get to them, because I'm sure they want to do it too. Because if I was there, I could guarantee you someone passes by and they're all flipping me off or throwing cans at us and shit, I would want to raise hell too. But you can't do that, because then you give people a reason to say, this is why we don't want you guys here. This is an example of why you guys shouldn't be here. Look at how you act. Do you get what I'm saying? They ruin it for everybody else. And it just sucks. Oh my God, Lisa, wow. Yeah, I've never seen, like, my whole 38 years of life, I mean, unless when I was little, but never seen protests of people, you know, well, undocumented people out there protesting. Why? Because they're all in fear of getting deported. So I could guarantee that majority of the people that are out there protesting are going to be like people like me, that my parents were born in Mexico, but I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't think it would be like, oh, my tia or my tío that don't have papers, they're going to be there with me. No, because they're scared to get deported, so they wouldn't be there, right? So the ones that are there making this madres and burning shit and breaking shit, like they were punching all the windows to the cop cars and trying to open them, and it was just like, why, dude? Why? Like, if the cops are leaving you alone and letting you do your thing, don't fuck with them, because you're like being watched like a hawk. Any little thing you do, you're representing everybody. You're not just representing your parents or your aunts or your uncles, your primos, your friend. You represent every single person. You do something dumb, you fuck it up for everybody. You literally fuck it up for everybody. It's just sad. Yeah, there's always, you're right, Anna. They make it look, like I said, it looks bad for everybody else that is being respectful and just trying to have their voice out there. It's sad. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, it just sucks. But like I said, I'm not just saying it about Mexicans or our current situation. I'm talking about every fucking race. Every race, when they have a protest going on, there's always one or two people that fuck it up for everybody else, and then you get put, that one person drags everybody else down, because then they say like, oh, this is why, and this and that. I'm not going to put no foundation. I'm just going to stay like this. I'm sorry. My face is very much red, pale, yellow, brown in some spots. I got freckles. Probably got a mustache. I don't know. I don't care. But I got to go shred some meat. I'm going to make enchiladas. I got to go pick up hubby, because he's going to leave his dump truck I don't know where, and I got to pick him up. I hope that he calls before 4:30, because my son has to go to work. And right now, we only have one car, because hubby has to pick up his truck. So I'm kind of stressing, because I don't know. I got to call him too. But I'm going to stay looking like this. I don't care. Anyways, let me know if you guys enjoy my little prison talks. Girl, because if you guys need advice on where to buy stuff and what to do when you go to visit for your prison visits, let me know, girl. I got you. I did that for. Oh, another thing, you guys, if you have any family members, this is important. If you have family members that are in prison or anything like that, if there's a hotel close to the prison, most likely they give you a discount if you're staying there to go and visit the prison. So for example, if you have any family, like Michael, when he was in La Tuna is in between Anthony, Texas and Las Cruces, right? And there's a hotel it's the closest one by the prison. It's right next to Wet and Wild. It's the Best Western. If you go in there and you let them know I'm here to visit an inmate at La Tuna, they will give you a discount. And I promise you, it saves you a lot of money. They give you a discount. Yeah. It saves you. I'm going in there now. I'm gonna go in there right now. Yeah. I know, but I'm going in there right now. I'm gonna get off now. I know, but I know what you want, so I'm telling you, I'm going in there now. Hold on, guys. He says, how do I know what he wants? Because I know you. Okay, you guys, I'll see you in a while. Maybe I'll go. I gotta call hubby and see if he's almost ready or what, because like I said, I have to see if Nate has to be taken to work too or not. It's a big old thing. If anything, I'll try to come back, because I'm gonna go and make food. Okay, you guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Or maybe on supporters, but supporters never works. Ever. It never works. And it's already 3:30, but ahorita las veo en un ratito, or if not, tonight. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to everybody that sat there and watched me cry for no reason. Girl, I was just in my feelings. I was just in my feelings. I wasn't really crying for a valid reason. But I love you guys so much. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in a while. Bye.